Good morning everyone, this is Vinila, Assistant Professor of EC Department. Today we are going to see all the experiments of IC Applications Lab. So we'll have a look of all the list of experiments of IC Applications Lab. So these are the experiments. So totally we are having 13 experiments. Before getting into the experiments, we need to know what is required for IC Applications Lab. Basically, for this lab, we need to study what is an operational amplifier, simply called as op-amp. So, operational amplifier is nothing but this is a high gain differential amplifier where the voltage, output voltage gain is very high and the input resistance is very high. So, before getting into it, we need to know the IC required for it. The IC number is 741. So, we will have a look of the IC. So, this is the pin description of IC 741. So totally we are having 8 pins, and the first pin is input offset, and the second one is the inverting input where we apply to the negative terminal, and next is the non-inverting input which is given at the pin 3, and at pin 4 we are giving the power supply of minus VEE voltage, and we are having the fifth one as offset null. These two offset null are used to reduce the noise in the signal, and sixth one is the output measured at the CRO, and seventh one is the power supply connection of plus VCC voltage supply, and eighth one is not connected. And this is the basic representation of an op-amp. So this is how we draw an operational amplifier as a circuit diagram. So with all the pins, so 2 represents the inverting input, 3 represents the non-inverting, and the fourth one is minus VE, 7th pin is plus VCC, and the 6th is the output. So this is the overall description of the IC 741. Now we'll get into the first experiment, which is called inverting and non-inverting amplifier. So we'll have a look of what is the circuit diagram, what are the theoretical calculations for it. So this is the circuit diagram of inverting amplifier, where we are taking an input signal of 1 volt at 1 kilohertz frequency. For this we need to require an input resistance Ri of 1 kilo ohm and a feedback resistance of 10k, which is connected to the output, and 2 voltage supplies, one is minus VE and plus VCC, which is equal to 12 volts. So 2 connections. So this is the circuit diagram of an inverting amplifier. The name itself tells inverting amplifier means we need to connect the input at the inverting terminal. Now we look into the calculations what we would predict from this experiment. So first of all, from here, the first we know the KCL equation. So according to the KCL law, so the sum of incoming currents coming at the node point here VA is equal to the sum of outgoing currents. So according to that law, so input current I1 and the feedback current IF is coming at the node VA, so that is equal to 0. So what is IF? IF is nothing but the current flowing to the input resistance, right? So I1 Vin minus Va by R1. Okay, Vin minus Va by R1 is the current I1. And next one is IF. IF is V0 minus Va by RF. V0 minus Va by RF, which is equal to 0. So according to the virtual ground condition, we have VB, VA equal to 0. So this is a condition of virtual ground. So when you substitute the values of VA, VB equal to 0, we will finally attain at a value called Vin by R1 is equal to minus V0 by RF. So our final calculation is the output voltage. So which the output voltage is nothing but V0 is equal to minus RF by R1 into Vin. So we know the value of R1. R1 is nothing but 1K and RF is 10K. So substitute the values of Vin, RF and R1. We would get the final output voltage as minus 10 volts. So these are the theoretical calculations of the first experiment. Now we look into the practical circuit diagram, and these are the expected waveform of the circuit. So input we are giving 1 volt, it would be an amplified signal with an inverting waveform. As I told you, this is an inverting amplifier. Here we are applying to the inverting signal. Definitely the output would be in the out of phase to the input signal. So coming to the practical circuit diagram, so this is the IC 741. So from numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first pin is offset null, so not required. And coming to the second pin where we apply the input signal. Input signal from the CRO, we take from CRO we take one from function generator and CRO we are giving 1 volt at 1 kilohertz frequency. And another thing is the R1. R1 is also the input resistance, which is 1 kilo ohm. So this is R1, which is connected to pin 2. And next, third one is the non-inverting terminal. Non-inverting terminal is connected to ground. And next we have a forward feedback resistor. So feedback resistor is 10 kilo ohms. So feedback resistor from point 2, see here, from point 2 to point 6. So this is point 2 and pin 6 where we measure the output. So this is a feedback resistor. And coming to the fourth pin, we are taking the power supply from the RPS. So plus VCC is given to 6th pin and minus VE is given to 4th pin. So these are the required connections of the experiment. So finally you will attain the output in a non-inverting way. And this is the function generator where we give the input signal of sine wave of 1 volt and 1 kilohertz frequency. So with that we will look into the output in the CRO where you can see the difference between the output and input voltage. So input here the small signal which is at 1 volt 1 kilohertz frequency, and the output is the 10 volt as we calculated. So this is a 10 volt output signal in a inverting way. So you can see the signal which is out of phase. So see here, so this is the input signal. So according to the input signal the output is out of phase. So this is what the exactly inverting amplifier is. And coming to the non-inverting, the reverse thing where we need to apply the input signal to the pin 3 and we need to calculate the output. The same as the input, the output will be the same as the input. So this is all about the first experiment. Thank you.